Hi there, students. To juxtapose a verb and juxtaposition the noun. Okay? So, to juxtapose, to place two things or more side by side or close together, to give a strong contrast or to show off the comparison, the difference. So a black and white photo was juxtaposed with a colour photo. So you've got the strong contrast of black and white and the colours. So the photos were placed close together so you could see the contrast. A juxtaposition shows the contrast between different things. When you're speaking, if you juxtapose formal and informal words in the same sentence, this gives a lot of emphasis to what you're saying. It draws people's attention to it. Yeah, so if you use something very formal, like loads, and then something very formal, yes, there was loads of juxtaposition at the show. Okay, loads informal, juxtaposition more formal. Okay, so the contrast gives emphasis. If you juxtapose two things, you are using them, two very different things, to give emphasis to the difference. So going back to this black and white photo and a colour photo, if you had a black and white photo of a starving African child, you could juxtapose it with a colour photo of a fat man in a restaurant eating a huge meal, and that would be a colour photo. So this juxtaposition gives you, gives contrast, it gives emphasis to the difference. Juxtaposition is saying there is some sort of artistic or creative way that things are contrasted. Pastel colours juxtaposed with bright day-glow colours. The soft melodic sounds of the guitar were juxtaposed with the clash of the cymbals. Okay, and that's the idea. It's giving artistic intensity to something. So a sweet and sour sauce juxtaposes the sweetness of sugar with the sourness or acidity of vinegar, and there is a contrast between the flavours in your mouth. If you see a scene of a homeless man sleeping in the doorway of a very expensive shop, this juxtaposes the differences between rich and poor. Or a very overweight person standing next to somebody with anorexia. Yeah, this juxtaposition shows the psychological problems that many people have with food. So, to juxtapose, to put two things together for a contrasting effect. So notice as well, to juxtapose is a regular verb. He juxtaposed the two flavours. He has juxtaposed all of the paintings in this room. Put them in pairs to show contrast. Okay, what about formality? I think I would give this maybe a 7.5 in formality. So use it in a formal writing, something very formal. I think in a conversation in the pub, I wouldn't recommend it. To mix, to compare, to contrast would sound better informally. Okay, this juxtapose comes from Latin. There's a Latin word juxta, beginning with I, meaning next to, and pono, place, to put. So to put next to. But we also add this meaning of giving a contrast because they are near each other. Okay? So to juxtapose, to put together, to show a difference between the two, to show a contrast between the two. So maybe there is a great juxtaposition between the quality of language learning in the UK by British people and the quality of language learning by people from other countries. The British are notoriously bad at languages. Well, they're lazy with it. So, to juxtapose, to place side by side, to show contrast. Yeah, to show the difference, to make it stand out. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Juxtapose, juxtaposition.